Hi. How are you? Can you see me? Yes, very good. How are you?
In the beginning, I explained that I only had 10 minutes left before heading back to work. In addition, I prepared a mocking list of questions from colleagues who wanted to invest with her. The first thing I asked her was about the company's name and how trading works.
Okay, very good. So, 公司的经纪人名字呢是我
The name of the broker of the company is a broker I have been trading for a long time, and then I will take them to trade. They only need to follow my trading order and make the profit at the same time, so our commission is 10% of their profit. That is to say, if he invests $1,000, let him get $100 in his transaction. 10% of that $10 is owned by both of us as profits, so our 10% is jointly owned by me and you. That is, you can also own 5% of their investment profits as a return. So can you understand?
What currency does your company trade?
We support dollars, euros, and some other currencies. What currencies do they use? Yes, we support the encrypted into US dollars into our trading account.
Yes, you know.
Where the company's headquarters is located?
我交易的
My trading broker is regulated by the Canadian and British governments, not the Hong Kong broker, so its capital chain is very safe. Can you understand?
Yes.
Does your company cooperate with any other international companies?
贵公司在国外还有其他分支机构。是的，我所交易的经纪人是全球
Yes. The broker I am dealing with is a global forex broker and he is under the agency of some European government agencies, so including its credentials as well as its funds are all guaranteed.
Okay, so next is how much? How much profit someone would make by investing $5,000?
哦，好，很好，很好。我们每一次交易的利润大概在我们投资资金的10%到20%为利润。
Our profit per trade is about 10% to 20% of our invested capital, and profit per trade depends on how much money they have invested. If they start trading at $5,000, then the profit per week is about 10%. We trade 2 or 3 times a week in this way, depending on the number of times we trade and the impact of the news of the week, and the first Friday of each month is the big non-farm data release in the United States. When the big non-farm data releases, our profits can reach 40%, so each the profit level is different, but the minimum can reach about 10% of each trading profit.
我的大学主要是学金融方面的。
I graduated from the Hong Kong University of Finance and my mother is a professor of finance, so I have a good understanding of trading and various investments from an early age, depending on my family growth environment.
In conclusion, I thanked her for her time and told her I would get back to her with my colleagues' thoughts on her response.
Yeah, thank you. 跟你说话的可以的，那么你可以跟你的朋友告诉
Yes. Well, you can tell your friends this information, and if they are willing, you can set up a group, teach them one by one in a group. Then I hope we can start to make everything better. Of course, I also hope to be able to help your friends in the future. When the pandemic is over, I hope we can meet. I told you, I want to see you in reality. I think we can become good friends, to talk about anything.
Yes, you know. Okay, so by typing, okay? Bye-bye.
Hi. Hi Darren, how are you? Today I helped a deceived person to make investment profits and earn back his defrauded funds. He gave me a lot of encouragement and thanks. He told me a word: the greater the ability, the greater the responsibility. I am very touched and very happy. If you can fill in my information in your article again, I would like to help more people. Even if someone will misunderstand me, I am prepared this time, if you can. Hi.
If there is something I can help you, I will.
Who is this girl?
I have only these. May.
I've never seen those pictures before.
She sent me these pictures, and I had a video call. The face wasn't same. Maybe no makeup, but tattoo was the same.
I have a recording of her on a video call. I think she has gained much weight.
Yes, she looks fatty. Maybe she is using fake pictures, but she was not this. If you want, I can make again video call. This is not same. And I can save. But why the China government doesn't do anything about these scammers? Maybe you have an idea.
Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Now, manipulating a narcissist in the long run, I think, is hazardous, and I think an argument can even be made that it could be hazardous in the short run. Is it even a good idea to uncover these techniques and learn what they would be, how somebody could manipulate a narcissist? Well, I think it's important to recognize these behaviors because sometimes we see them in others. Narcissists often recruit people to help them to manipulate and to harm. I call these people narcissistic agents. Others call them flying monkeys, reference to the Wizard of Oz. But either way, these agents do manifest a lot of these manipulation tactics. So in a sense, they're trying to manipulate the narcissist as the narcissist has power over them and is manipulating them. Another group that sometimes manifests these manipulative behaviors would be victims of the narcissist. So sometimes they try to manipulate the narcissist just to survive. Now, other than seeing these patterns in other people, there's one more reason to learn these techniques. Sometimes there's really no avoiding interaction with narcissists. Sometimes we can think of these manipulation strategies as more in the short term, just doing something to survive momentarily, maybe to get something that the narcissist has access to that you need, like they're the gatekeeper for something that you need, or to keep the peace with them temporarily, or to get them to stop harassing you or somebody else. So just a short-term manipulation to move past the narcissist, to survive an interaction with them.
I created a tracking link to log May's IP. I had the intention to send this to her under false pretenses and have her click it. The problem with some of these IP logger links is that it's very obvious that it's an IP logger, and when you click a link it will give them some message saying, do you wish to be redirected, and then it becomes obvious what's happening. This one, however, creates an invisible image, like you sort of embed it in image HTML in a web page that you control. This is the page I created. It's de-indexed from search engines, so it really is unlisted from the rest of the internet. I created a fake comment and replied to it, and I'll just show you how I've embedded that link. Image source equals, and then there it is. So that's creating an embedded tracking image. She did actually click the link, and here it is, Hong Kong. That's her IP address, and if I click more info, we can find out a little bit about it. So she clicked it on the 30th of July. That's her IP address, and there's some district that I've never heard of. Windows 10 64-bit, user agent, referring URL. She's using an ISP called XTT Electronic Limited. Never heard of that. Don't know if that's actually an ISP or if that's a VPN company. XTT Electronic Limited. I got in touch with a Hong Kong private investigator. I gave them some details, including the name of the ISP and the IP address, and they told me that there's no VPN being used, there's no Tor browser being used. It's a naked IP, and it goes to New Mandarin Plaza Tower B, 14 Science Museum Road, Tsim Sha Tsui, East, Hong Kong. If we zoom in, we'll soon see that Science Museum Road is right here. Let's have a look and see what Street View shows us. Here we are on Google Maps, Southern Kowloon, TST area here. Apparently this is it, New Mandarin Plaza Tower. It's hard to know if the map position is accurate. The Google pin might be a little bit off, but generally in the correct area. So our scammer friend May walks these streets. Of course, not everybody you meet on Tinder is a scammer, so be careful. Don't go accusing people of things that they haven't done just because you're suspicious. Love is playful, love is fun. Make a joke. No harm done. I showed you how to track somebody with a tracking link, but be careful who you send those links to. If all the signs present themselves, and go ahead, find some clever way of getting them to click that link. But once you have their IP address, you need to know how to analyze that IP address to get an accurate or near accurate location. I plugged in the IP address I'd obtained from May into a tool called xmyip.com. It's telling me that there's no anonymizer on it. An anonymizer can be a VPN, the Tor browser, public proxy, web proxy. This is telling me that it's raw, it's naked. The actual location it gives is not accurate. This is iplocation.net, and it gives me a set of coordinates. It gives me several results actually, and you have to try all of them. So I did. I put each set of coordinates into Google Maps. Now sometimes I got an address in an urban area, such as this, Aber House, Block B, Aberdeen Main Road in Hong Kong. Now that's promising, whereas this is just central Hong Kong. It's just very generic. The next one is some industrial estate on some road, and the last one is actually New Mandarin Plaza Tower B. So this is the most promising result in Simsar Zoi. And of course you might have to, what's the phrase they use, triangulate, so you can get a general idea of the area that they're in. On the subject of people or organisations who claim to help you recover your funds after you've been stung by a scam, look, I received a comment in the WordPress dashboard. It's coming from someone called Linda's Caroline, and there's the email address. I lost $75,000 to crypto investment scams just recently. Blah, 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 da, da, da. In the end, I got all my money back, and all you need to do is contact this recovery expert, Mr. Jim Kim, and here's his email address. Well, first of all, I looked up this email address, lindascaroline10@gmail.com. This person has been spamming this email address in the comments sections of all kinds of websites related to discussion over whether this or that is scam or legitimate. Then the other thing I did was I looked up this address, Jim Kim. There are multiple instances. If my assistance is needed, feel free to contact him at lookkimjim@gmail.com. These are scammers preying on people who have been scammed. These are parasites making money out of the parasites that came before them. I traced this email address to some dodgy video website where it's like it's a terrible version of YouTube, I suppose. And look at the comment here. It's all a scam. I traded with different brokers, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I invested $80,000 with a scam broker and I lost a lot to these fraudulent brokers. lookkimjim@gmail.com. The IP address was unfortunately using Cloudflare, which is a reverse proxy and content delivery network. It's very good for hiding IP addresses. Cloudflare has mirrors all over the world. The other thing I want to point out is that there's a known scam funds recovery company called Atlas, mentioned even on the Financial Conduct Authority website here in the UK. There's many other results, brokerdispute.com, fake website buster, etc., etc. Someone's written an article, Atlas Global Solutions. Is the recovery company Atlas Global Solutions fake or real? And they've summarized that it's fake, and they give a list of reasons why. They do a lookup. Namecheap. I've been told that Namecheap, that at least 50% of their business is scams. Anyway, this article goes on. You can look at this article for yourself if you look it up. It's fakewebsitebuster.com. And then there's another website called Scam Recovery. Have you been scammed online by Atlas Global Recovery Solutions? Let's recover your money now. And it goes on to give a damning indictment, I suppose, of Atlas. But look, scamrecovery.net, the website I'm on now, that's a scam as well. Because if you go to Trustpilot, people are absolutely laying into scamrecovery.net. It's the same fucking website. Have you been scammed online? This is a landing page. It's a lead capture. And if you go through the comments, you'll see that people are pretty pissed off. Of course, you get the occasional glowing review, but you've got to assume that that's fake. And I'll just leave you with this. This final comment says, don't be tempted by their sweet talks. They are just a bunch of crooks preying on people in distress. Who does that sound like? Mei Lee? Yeah.
The first way here is don't be stunned in a negative way. So what do I mean by this? Well, narcissistic behavior is offensive. It brings up a feeling of disgust in a lot of people. And feelings of disgust can be difficult to conceal. And this isn't helpful if you need to get something from the narcissist. This can start the relationship off on the wrong foot, or the interaction off on the wrong foot. Moving to the second item, this is avoid criticizing the narcissist. Just like that feeling of disgust, it can be difficult to avoid making a direct criticism.
These are all good points, of course, and Dr. Grandiose channel is quite interesting. He talks at one point about whether a narcissist is vulnerable or grandiose. I'm not sure which May is, but you have to be careful not to let her know that you know that she's a liar. That goes for any scammer.
Guess what I found today?
I cannot possibly guess.
I wonder if you have any impression of a Filipino girl named Jade. I met the man who lied to her at the time. It is difficult for me to understand how such scam techniques deceive people. And most importantly, this man pulled me into a group of men and women. Everyone in the WhatsApp profile picture is dazzled like a celebrity. They are discussing the deceived people in the group, which seems to be their sense of accomplishment. I really feel sad, and sad for the people in this discussion group. Everyone in this discussion group will be punished. God will not forgive them. This is a group of extremely stupid people whose brains have been eaten by dogs.
Why were you in a group where everyone is mocking scam victims?
Because I used tricks to get this crook to let me into this group. Does it matter? I thought your first reaction was that you care about the people in this group instead of this group.
Someone just submitted a comment about losing over $100,000.
Oh, there are still a lot of stupid people. You can't stop, so you don't have to be sad.
It's on the private page.
Why tell me? Do you think these people deserve sympathy? Let me tell you a story about a Chinese call. Let me tell you a story from a Chinese phone call. In a cold winter, a farmer returning home from a market spotted a frozen snake on the side of the road. He was very sorry for the snake, so he put it in his arms. When the heat on his body warmed the snake quickly woke up, revealing its cruel nature, and inflicted fatal damage on the farmer. He bit the farmer. Before he died, the farmer said, I should have received this kind of retribution for saving a poor poisonous snake. What do you think is the difference between these victims and venomous snakes? Tell me.
Dr. Grande also talks about the importance of not diminishing yourself too much in the eyes of a narcissist, otherwise they'll be disgusted with you and it will be difficult to get them to do what you want.
And this brings me to item number 10. And this one is, don't put yourself down. It's really a common tactic when trying to negotiate with a narcissist to say something like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm so glad that you're around. Right? So just taking a position where you don't have any value and the narcissist has a tremendous amount of value. Narcissists are less disgusted by other narcissists. Notice I use the word less disgusted as opposed to less impressed. It's very difficult to impress the narcissist, but it's possible to be less disgusting to them. The bottom line with this item is that the narcissist wants a competent person to like them. If you label yourself as unimportant, there's no reason for the narcissist to help you. The key is to appear good or even great, but not at the same level as the narcissist. So you could say something like, I consider myself good at this particular skill, but you are incredible.
It's September, and during the making of this video, I've been sending clips to people in the WhatsApp group, screenshots and things that I've put together for the purpose of this video, and somebody in the group told me what I was doing. They alerted her. I don't know why they did that, and I never really found out who it was, but she found out and she wasn't happy.
Hi bitch, are you there? I'm suing you for infringement of personality rights, privacy rights, and slander. You have no evidence, but you slander me and use my photos privately to upload them to the internet. You will be sanctioned by law.
Why do you want to sue me? I am exposing scammers and I thought you wanted to help me. This is weird. Why are you threatening me?
No, I didn't threaten you. I just informed you that I have contacted the lawyer. Wait and see.
What? Why?
My sister is in London now. It is very convenient to contact a British lawyer. Let's try it.
When we first met, I thought you was a scammer. And then you were the only one I trusted. Now you want to threaten me? I am making a video about investment scams, you idiot. You're supposed to be the one I trust. Idiot.
+63 917 138. She has told me everything. You don't pretend anymore. And don't pretend to me anymore. The law will prove everything.
I should never have fallen in love with you.
Why should you be so angry in the discussion group? If I am a liar, what are you worried about? You love me? What new trick do you want to use?
I wish you'd stop using that damn translation app and start understanding each other properly.
Maybe there is a problem with the translation. I also don't want to continue talking with you. You continue to play your chess pieces. The law will prove the truth.
I love chess. Oh, I see. Okay, but I honestly will miss you, even though you don't want to chat anymore. I was not sure about you in the beginning, but then I really did like you very much. I know it's very unconventional though.
Wait to tell the lawyer these words.
Okay, as long as you're the one paying the lawyer fees, because I talk and talk and talk.
Of course, these costs will be deducted from your fine. You don't know who the person you provoke is.
Again, it's important to keep in mind the risks of attempting to manipulate a narcissist and the risks of even trying to get along with them or keep the peace with them or negotiate with them in any way, right? There's risks when dealing with narcissists, period, right? Especially if you're trying to trick them in some way or maneuver around some of their characteristics in some way. So caution is always advised when interacting with people who are narcissistic, regardless of whether we're talking about grandiose or vulnerable, and really regardless of the setting, work setting, romantic setting, other settings. Narcissists always have a destructive potential to them, and we have to be careful of that.
It's now October, and I just want to point something out. Do you remember this person, Oliver? This Oliver left a comment. She is real. She let me invest in MetaTrader 4. If I make money, it will give her 10% of the profit. I invested €200 to try, and everything is normal now. She is a good girl. Well, that was May, obviously, because it had the same IP address. So it was May replying to her own comments using a false name. I actually emailed this person to ask them what they knew about May. My original email to this person was sent some time ago. It was August. Hi, I see you spoke to May regarding MetaTrader. I think May is a nice woman, but I hope you can confirm something for me first. Regards, Darren. I received a reply a few days ago. Yes, I did. 59. Don't know what the 59 means. I replied to May, because it is May I'm communicating with. Hi, thanks for replying. I was intending to partner up with May since she had been helping me to identify scammers. I am making videos showing what scammers do, and May is the one who helped me. She told me that if I can find investors for her, we can split commissions 5% each. How much did you make with your trades with her? Only problem is, someone told her I am against her, and now she thinks that I think she is not to be trusted. So this is probably all pointless now. Thanks anyway for your reply, but I don't think there's anything you can do to help me now. This is modern love, I guess. Kind regards, Darren. I don't think she's taking the bait. I think she knows what I'm doing. And it's interesting because I checked out the fake investment site, Sizern, CII78.com. Do you remember that? It's no longer operational, and it's been added to a list on the global anti-scam site, which is all about the pig butchering scam. And if you do a search for Sizern, you can see that Sizern FX has been added. Not the exact Sizern CII78.com, but a variation of it. The one that May tried to get me to visit, which I guess is her crypto wallet. It's all come full circle. May tried to threaten me with legal action, and then it ended up with her threatening me all over again.
If you do not let me comment, I will find a lawyer to sue you. The website is illegal. A lawyer will contact you in a week. Hi bitch, are you there? I'm suing you for infringement of personality rights, privacy rights, and slander. You have no evidence, but you slander me and use my photos privately to upload them to the internet. You will be sanctioned by law. No, I didn't threaten you. I just informed you that I have contacted the lawyer. Wait.